So let's unzoom a little bit, resources, and we have MaCrOzerg here as blue, so that's right. So we have MaCrOzerg in the bottom right corner playing as Beast, and Empire, Urakaar playing as Empire on the left side of the map. We don't see any immediate buildings. Both players are trying to save up some resources, which is of course a smart move. This map is a little bit more difficult in terms of defense. You don't have any one small entrance, like you have, for example, on Darkside Forest or other maps. Here you have pretty open entrance and actually two entrances to your main base. So this is really difficult to defend, but you'll see how the players will deal with that. Of course, they are building buildings close to their main town hall, just trying to create like a small defendable base instead of trying to close some entrance. Yeah, the player would just go around. So this is definitely smart. Urakaar building it a little bit more in the front, so definitely will need more buildings to actually close it. We'll see if this will actually work for him. Right now we don't see any immediate expansions, but maybe MaCrOzerg is going for scouting. Yeah, seems like that. So his minion will be going to scout the left position, and he's lucky in this situation, so he's going to spot Urakaar. Obviously, if Urakaar spotted here or MaCrOzerg sent the minion the other way, it would take him twice the amount of time to scout it, but maybe actually he's not going to scout him. He just checked this expansion. Now he's just kinda running from left to right, can't really decide where to go. Second barracks being built by Urakaar. He also already started getting some gems, or just got 6, and then maybe send the peasant rather to wood. This peasant is going for a farm. Okay, so he's trying to really close it. I still don't really like the barracks being built so much in the front. He's just leaving this really open, and it's not really protecting anything here, so that wasn't probably the best move, but okay. MaCrOzerg ran through the middle, got shot a little bit by these orc shooters, but his minion is still pretty healthy, so he should be able to scout with him. We see first tower being built by Urakaar. He will definitely need at least one more building here, at least one farm to protect it better. We see second warrior being produced by MaCrOzerg. Nothing more really, just making warriors, barons and minions at this point. Urakaar also started scouting, now with his swordsman. Not sure what MaCrOzerg is doing in this location, but we'll see what he has in mind. Urakaar sending a second swordsman to the other side as well, but as you can see he's already here, so he will scout MaCrOzerg. And we see MaCrOzerg going for Dark Archer. So possibly he wants to go for trolls, ogres, maybe even wyverns or striders. We will have to see what he comes up with. Urakaar is also going for stone keep, so also trying to unlock the advanced units, most likely priests and catapults. And we see also blacksmith being built, which will unlock him some upgrades for swordsmen, but also elven rangers and pikemen, of course. 1 minion getting killed by the tower of Urakaar. The second minion is still running in the top side of the map. Not really sure what he's trying to do here, but maybe he's just trying to hide the minion and then later take this expansion, we will see. But he's definitely losing value on that minion. He could be getting at least wood or something. But as you can see, he's actually building a lizard fortress here, so he's most likely going for striders. Or maybe wyverns, but I think striders. Obviously, Urakaar can still scout them with his tower, but if he doesn't make any phoenixes, all of these buildings and any soldiers around the map will be vulnerable, of course. So we will see if Urakaar will be able to deal with that or not. Also, we see Weapon Master from MaCrOzerg potentially to heal his warriors, because you can drop weapons there and then pick them up with full HP minions, and this way you can rotate your units and basically full heal your warriors. Obviously you'll have injured minions, but that's usually not that big of a problem. Urakaar standing in this location, just scouting it, so MaCrOzerg doesn't expand there, because it's the furthest expansion from Urakaar, so it would kinda make sense for MaCrOzerg to expand there, unless he goes into mountains. I think there is small area here where you can walk through, but outside of it is pretty fully blocked, and actually temple built between two farms here. for some extra healing. On the top side it actually seems fully blocked, and he's making a non-workshop, so probably tries to go for the catapults now. This minion that built the Lizard Fortress that is actually going for Striders is now returning towards Urakaar's base. Urakaar is also making some pikemen, which are effective against Striders. Yeah, they take more damage from pike, 150%. But obviously if you can't scout them, then you have a problem, and we still don't see any Elven Sentries from Urakaar, and only one tower that is kinda in the back, so won't even have the range to scout the Striders. But seems like MaCrOzerg wants to accumulate few of them first before he actually decides to push here. Because if he just came with one of them, it would probably give Urakaar time to build the Elven Sanctuary, and then this whole strategy would be dead. But Urakaar is going for Gnome Arc, so he'll probably try to expand in the mountains. Also, he's actually pushing here. We cannot hear the music, I mean the sounds of the fight, because we are watching from MaCrOzerg's position and he doesn't have this area revealed, but that shouldn't be a problem. Urakaar probably just wants to take some extra resources there from the warehouse. MaCrOzerg building a totem here, so he'll probably expand here. Doesn't really want to go into the mountains. It's not the most convenient thing as beast, so he doesn't really want to research geishas form, I guess, and make witches. Yeah, Urakaar doesn't really have any extremely strong army. He's not even producing the catapults yet. Now he's going for Resurrection, which is, to be honest, it's just not good. If you go Resurrection this early, there is no value for it. You need 150 mana on priests to actually cast it. As you can see, he doesn't even have it on any of the priests now. And he doesn't have enough priests to actually make it happen. It's just not worth it. Yeah, right now he should definitely rather invest into more units, and later he should get disciples in castle and then get the Resurrection. He's getting Elven Sanctuaries, so yeah, we can actually see here the swordsman scouted these Striders, so that is why MaCrOzerg wrote this message, and obviously Urakaar is immediately reacting with Elven Sanctuary and also second tower. And also he's finally making the expansion in the mountains. MaCrOzerg is making expansion at the same moment on this side, as we saw the totem there, but Urakaar still has this warehouse, so he should have a little bit of a resource advantage. Urakaar should be definitely using these pikemen to attack the Striders, but he still doesn't have this tower finished, so he doesn't see them. Now he should definitely go there. Obviously, I'm not sure if it's in range. Since we are watching from MaCrOzerg's position, we can't really see it. Yeah, but he definitely doesn't see it now. He should be standing closer to the buildings. Phoenixes will be finished soon. Yeah, just don't waste any units. He won't be able to destroy the buildings anyways this quick. Yeah, but actually MaCrOzerg is still producing Striders, which I don't think is the smartest move. Urakaar should make more pikemen, which he's doing. Actually, he casted now one Resurrection, but obviously, I mean, 150 mana on a priest is not really worth it for one pikeman. But, okay. He also has a level 3 swordsman, so he gets 1 armor for all of his units with lesser aura of absorption. And these Striders won't be really able to do anything more. You can't really kite against pikemen, or if Urakaar gets trailblazing for his swordsman for extra movement speed, then he won't be able to do anything there as well. I think Urakaar still didn't see it, but now he'll scout it at least with the Phoenix, so this will get destroyed. That is, of course, GG for this strategy of MaCrOzerg. Urakaar should definitely kill this Strider. He was probably watching somewhere else, but... Okay, MaCrOzerg is now probably moving to Goblin Hunters. Also getting Lizard Keep, so potentially wants to create some Warlocks. But right now he will lose his only Lizard Fortress, he already did, so he actually cannot produce any Lizard units now. The population is pretty balanced, 72 to 71, but as you can see MaCrOzerg is definitely more maximum population, because he just has a ton of Borons. And we also see a Revive Altar being produced, so, built. So either he wants to go into the mountains, get some more expansions there, or he wants to potentially resurrect some of his Striders that fell in the battle. Maybe they had some levels, but I don't really think so. They died pretty quickly. Urakaar going for another warehouse, trying to get even more resources from this. MaCrOzerg scouting here with this minion. We see first catapult coming for Urakaar, but if MaCrOzerg can actually get through this area without getting scouted, and I don't think there is anything that will be coming here anytime soon from Urakaar that would actually scout this army, then MaCrOzerg might be able to get to the town of Urakaar and potentially destroy some production buildings there, but now he's actually coming on the catapult. We'll see if Urakaar can react quickly enough and move his soldiers here. Yeah, definitely. I don't think he saw it actually, but he managed to save the catapult and get some nice shot on these goblin hunters. As you can see, they are taking so much damage, 60 damage from the catapults, yes, so almost one-shots them. And MaCrOzerg is making another expansion here, and I think Urakaar was scouted with this arc. Yes, he's actually going to this position to get an expansion. So Urakaar should probably move back now and destroy this if he saw it, but I think he definitely did. The arc was pretty close to that location. Yeah, so he's moving back now. Urakaar now has 2 warehouses, so he's definitely ahead in terms of resources, but as you can see, MaCrOzerg actually still has a little bit more population. Resources are also pretty balanced, obviously. MaCrOzerg now received his resources back from this started stronghold. Just a swordsman against minion, so MaCrOzerg will have to retreat from there, or he will lose his minion. 2 more barracks from Urakaar. This base is not full of peasants, and now he's not fighting. This is a huge mistake. He was not really watching, and his catapults are not even there yet. Now he's shooting on 3 units instead of the whole bunch of these goblin hunters that would have totally one-shotted if he shot them with these 2 catapults. So really bad micromanagement here. Now he's actually still shooting on the goblin riders instead of the goblin hunters. Yeah, so I think actually Urakaar could have won this fight. I think he had stronger army, but he definitely messed up a lot in terms of micromanagement here. He'll probably still force MaCrOzerg back because he doesn't want to waste any units, but as you can see, MaCrOzerg killed 10% more, 10 more population in this fight. Urakaar basically lost all of his front line. I don't think he really needs to produce any more catapults at this moment. He should just make like 2 more priests and just spam more pikemen, potentially also some swordsmen. But he's definitely getting better macro at this moment. Second expansion, he's not producing peasants here, that's also a big mistake. He should definitely utilize the advantage he has in terms of resources. 2 warehouses are definitely good, but he needs to definitely fill up his new expansions with peasants. Yeah, still not producing here, even though he just started producing here. And also he should be scouting with his phoenixes around the map, so nothing like this can happen. If that gets finished, that would be also a big problem. Also MaCrOzerg now making his first troll, and he definitely has a stronger army now, so there is a ton of priests, but they won't be even able to resurrect. Even, they don't have mana, but even if they had, they won't be able to resurrect these units that are getting one-shotted by the troll. And now there is just no front line for Urakaar. He will get run over. He doesn't even spend his resources anymore. Yeah, almost 1000 gold. Still not producing the peasants here. MaCrOzerg will finish this soon. As you can see, he didn't even finish it yet, and he already has more minions here on the base than Urakaar has in this expansion that is standing there already for like, I don't know, 5 minutes. I don't think Urakaar even has trailblazing on his swordsman. I think they are moving a little bit too slow, but maybe he is, I'm not sure. But now he's making basically only swordsman. You can see he has 5 swordsmen queued up in 1 barracks, but in his advanced barracks he's not producing anything. He should also diversify it between his buildings. 2 new catapults, okay, he lost all of them, so it makes sense to create them again.
Our tribes are under attack.
MaCrOzerg destroying this. You will see if he will take these warehouses that he destroyed. He definitely should, but maybe he won't even bother. Now he has definitely better income because he's immediately filling up his new bases with minions. So even though Urakaar had them earlier, he just didn't really get any resources from it. So I think now if we saw the results, I think MaCrOzerg would already have more resources overall during the game. Even though he had less bases. And now we can see first 2 warlocks coming to MaCrOzerg's army. I don't know if he already researched Poison Fog, but maybe yes. 28 more population side of MaCrOzerg. Now taking the warehouses. And also making another expansion here on the top.
The enemy is attacking us.
This is still not killed, so he will need to finish that. But yeah, I mean, Urakaar is taking the bases in the mountains, which is good because I don't think MaCrOzerg has any flying units, and he probably didn't even research the gaseous form yet, so he cannot really get there. Urakaar should use this and also take this base, but he's not really scouting with his phoenixes, they are just kind of flying above his army. I think now he has trailblazing, so maybe he researched it or just didn't really see it before. But as you can see, he's not really watching his army when he sends it somewhere, so now he's taking more damage. And once again, the phoenixes should be scouting around the army, not above it, so now he actually got rushed from the back with these warriors. He's also getting poison fogged. And yeah, I think this is probably GG. He will lose his whole army, and even though he has a ton of resources, he could be producing another, I don't know, 20 to 30 population of units. I don't think they will be coming anytime soon. Yeah, he's not even producing any more units at this point. He actually made a gnome alchemist. Not sure if he wanted to go for steamers or just upgrade the damage of his catapults, but he didn't really get to that, so I think he will just either surrender now or wait for MaCrOzerg to finish him. Yeah, he's actually making Velvet Centuries here, so probably wants to make one last attempt with Valkyries. But there is lots of Goblin Hunters and Goblin Riders. Together with few Striders that will be dealing decent damage to air. And then there are of course the Poison Fogs from Warlocks, so I don't really see this happening. Also, as you can see, MaCrOzerg is just taking all expansions on the map right now, which makes sense, yeah, he has map control and he has stronger army and ton of resources, so it just makes sense to take all the bases here. He should also take this and this. Make totems everywhere, so it's not even pushable with flying units. Phoenix is now coming back here. Yeah, but he doesn't have any farms in the mountains, so he won't even have population to create the Valkyries. I'm not sure why MaCrOzerg is waiting here. He's like he's trying to micromanage his barons a little bit, heal his army. Maybe now he will move. Or he just wants to finish it with trolls. He doesn't know what Urakaar has back there, but I mean, he just destroyed the full army, so obviously he will have a stronger army. This is almost empty. This is actually already empty.
We are being attacked.
Urakaar now finally going for some farms.
Our tribes are under attack.
So we see first 5 Valkyries being produced. Right now he has more resources to produce more than 5 at a time, but he'll probably not be in that situation soon.
The building complete, master.
MaCrOzerg actually getting Berserker upgrade as well. As you can see, he has 3 and 2 upgrades on all of his units that he can upgrade in his Weapon Master. He doesn't have berries yet for movement speed for his Berserkers, but he's getting that soon, obviously. Those units will be useless after the Valkyries get scouted, but right now we can still utilize these units to finish these buildings here. So 10 Valkyries are ready for Urakaar. We'll see where he goes with them. Resources are not a problem for MaCrOzerg right now, so he should Urakaar should try to destroy the infrastructure of MaCrOzerg first. I mean, if he's moving down here, he should definitely not get scouted in this location. That was a mistake. We'll see what will be the response of MaCrOzerg to the Valkyries. Because he cannot produce Manticores, I think.
We are being attacked.
Okay, we saw one Wyvern there. But Urakaar is kinda just flying around, showing his army, but not really damaging anything. As I said, it doesn't really make sense to harass the minions at this point, because MaCrOzerg has so many resources that it won't even do anything. He just needs to make sure that MaCrOzerg doesn't make any buildings that can produce Manticores or anything else that could destroy this, but I think he will go for Manticores because that's the best response in this situation. But we'll see, maybe he'll just spam Goblin Riders and Goblin Hunters and then transfer to the mountains. Yeah, he already actually transferred here with gaseous form. Obviously he cannot kill the Valkyries, but if the Valkyries cannot kill the army soon enough, then he will lose all of his buildings. Yeah, I'm not sure if Urakaar escaped with some peasants to this blacksmith, but that would be definitely the move, or maybe to the gnome arc. Yeah, maybe we can check that. From here. Yeah, seems like he didn't escape with any peasants, and now he's getting killed here as well. MaCrOzerg should be getting the expansion here, and also this actually is already empty, but the one down there definitely just to create even more bases. And he should start building the Manticore somewhere on the side of the map. As we saw, Urakaar is not really scouting the map too much, so I think it would be safe there. But yeah, there is one troll left. Urakaar still has some resources, but he doesn't have any population, and I think this is his last peasant, and unless he can bring this arc here in a time, this peasant will probably die. Yeah, he should be able to save this peasant. And he just needs to build some farms, maybe here or something, just to utilize his resources. Or he can try to remake a base, but I'm not too sure if that's what he wants to do. Yeah, I mean, MaCrOzerg shouldn't be able to lose this, but I mean, nice attempt from Urakaar for the end. Let's see. Beastcheries, totems, manticore, laria, as I said. I mean, he still has a population of units, so he will need to probably sacrifice something, but yeah, he's making witches now, so he will just transfer more units to this location, finish the last few buildings, and it should be GG. Yeah, still just harassing some minions, they don't really care about it. This is getting scouted by one wyvern, so Urakaar can't even expand there. The arc is already here. More totems getting built. The Valkyries are pretty leveled up already, but they don't have maximum upgrades. There is just not too many of them left. They're also pretty damaged after fighting all of that splash damage, because these Goblin Hunters have, of course, free upgrades. Now we're getting smashed by Poison Fog, so even more damage. Yeah, I mean, this is GG. And Urakaar also calls it GG, so he'll probably leave. My micro is shit. Yeah, I mean, that was definitely what lost him the game. But yeah. GG, let's check the results. 29 minutes, definitely much longer game than the first one, which was only 8 minutes. But it was also Beast against Empire. 151 kills for MaCrOzerg and 112 losses. Urakaar killed 108, lost 151. Largest army, of course units produced, yeah, definitely much more by MaCrOzerg here. The XP difference was not that big. Then we have buildings. Yeah, I mean, Empire usually has a ton of buildings, but since MaCrOzerg had like, I don't know, 7 expansions at the end and built a ton of totems overall, he actually got pretty close to Urakaar's buildings. And PC captures, yeah, both of them took 3 warehouses during the game, 15 researches for MaCrOzerg, and the resources, yeah, that's the biggest difference here. I would like to see a timeline, because in the beginning I think Urakaar had more resources for a second, but since he didn't really fill up his expansions with peasants and allowed MaCrOzerg to make more expansions later, then of course MaCrOzerg resources just skyrocketed pretty quickly, and we can see it in the end results that the difference is pretty huge here.